from Canterbury Trails Farm. We're working on the Cozy Corner series, and this is second part. And today we're going to be making gusseted pillows. What is a gusseted throw pillow? Everyone knows that throw pillows are just, squares sewn together. But a gusseted throw pillow has this separate strip of fabric that goes around the outside area. And it gives it a different, like a more square shape, or it can be round. It can be different. It can be any kind of shape, really. It just gives it more fullness instead of the edges sewn to the top. And it's just a different look in throw pillows. So I have these two really nice, I think they're down pillows that I'm going to be recovering. The dimensions I'm using, you can do different sizes, but these are the dimensions I'm going. You need two 21-inch squares. Each pillow requires two of those. And then you need this is a really long strip. It's 3.5 inches wide by 66 inches long. And that's going to go around the outside. I have these, remember we're doing the Cozy Corner is all going to be red and white. And I have these, I'm doing mine in red chenille. And I need to, first of all, I'm going to sew I have this really pretty, these two pieces. I'm going to do two matching ones, cut from some other chenille piece, or just the pieces. And if you watched my videos, I don't know, a few months back, I had got some chenille pieces off of a big lot on eBay. They were all new pieces of chenille. Probably the person had lots of projects. Anyway, and there were two of these, so I'm putting those on the front. And on the back of each pillow, I am doing red popcorn chenille. So that's the first thing I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to film because you might not be sewing something to your pillowcase, so I'll pick back up when we get to the construction of the pillowcase. I sewed the decorative piece on there, and I decided to go around the edges with some, I thought I had some white eyelet lace, but I think I used it all up when I was making all those children's aprons. So I had this small roll of big wide rickrack left over from years ago when I used to make my girls' clothes, and so I thought I'd use it. Looks like it's enough to do the two pillows, so I thought I'd use that up real quick. It's looking cute, and then we'll get back in a minute and we'll start making the pillows. I have my decorative top done. The next thing I want to do is my strip, and yours is probably the same way unless you cut up the length of a bunch of yards, 5 or so, 6 yards. My strip is in two pieces, so I need to sew it together using a straight stitch. Zigzag on the edge. Press your foot just to hold that for a minute. Okay, so what we have is we have the two squares. Like I said, I've got the one red chenille with the decorative heart piece, and then I have the red popcorn chenille. So we're going to be sewing this strip along the entire edge, the whole square of this pillowcase. When we get to the corner, we'll have to sort of we'll have to do the pivot thing so it makes a nice sharp corner. After we get this piece on, we'll sew on the red popcorn chenille square, and we'll leave open the bottom so we can slip the other pillow in before we sew it closed. To start on the bottom, so I think I'm going to start in the center of the bottom. I'm going to fold over the edge just a bit, and you can pin this if you want. Be doing about a 1/2 inch seam. When I get to the corner, pivot my strip and everything around here. Line up my strip with the outside edge, and you see I hold it up. It's almost like a little triangle here. Let me see if I can get that over there. So I've just pivoted. When I got to the corner, I just moved the fabric out of the way. I'm going to stop my needle. I'm leaving my needle in the fabric. Alright, when I get to the where the seam's going to be. I'm going to put my needle down into the fabric. I'm going to pull my fabric out of the way again. Line it up with the edge. Okay, now remember the fabric here. And I purposely left my strip a little long. Join those here. I'm just going to pin that for now until I get my white thread back on there. Okay, so we have the gusset. The square part is now connected. Now I'm just going to go around and do a zigzag real quick, just for the strength, like I always do. And we don't have to worry about leaving anything open at this point. We're going to do that on the next side. Where the pieces were joined, I'm just going to go sew those together just with a flat stitch here. We have the decorative side, and it's almost like it's a little box. We have the gusset on. So this is the strip here. Now we're going to take one of our red popcorn chenilles, and I'm going to be leaving the bottom open, so I'll be starting in one of the corners, and we'll be just connecting that, sewing that with a straight stitch all the way around, just like we did this one. But we'll leave the bottom open so we can put the pillow through, and then we'll sew it closed. So let's put the back side of the pillow on now. So I'm going to line this up with my red piece that's under there so I can make sure I got it. The strip where it needs to be. Get it started there. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to go along the edges. To the corner pivot. Okay, now I'm going to take this off. Alright, I'm going to start down here. I'm just going to do a zigzag around that edge just like I did on the first one, just for extra strength. I'm going to make sure while you're sewing that you're not sewing that other part to anything. I have an inside out box here, so let's reach inside. So you can really see how it looks like, sort of like a pillow box. It's got sides. Alright, now I'm going to insert a pillow into it. The pillow in, and you can see how it has here's the strip, the side. I'm going to pull this, when I go to sew this, I'll pull this a little tighter here. And here's the back, and we have the front. So you can see it's like a box. So at the bottom here, if you aren't recovering a pillow and you're making the pillow and then you're going to stuff it, I would go ahead and sew the whole bottom and just leave open 3 or 4 inches to stuff and re-sew, because that would be a lot easier. But because I'm recovering this whole pillow, it'd be too hard for me to try to stuff it in a hole. So I'm going to be closing it up. And the way I'm going to be doing that, just a little bit here, and I'm going to pin it. and then I will sew it closed. So I'm just sort of pulling the fabric out a little bit. I notice my corner is going to be a little, I got a little bit too much fabric there, so I'm going to roll it under a little right there. And I'm going to, instead of sewing this end real quick, I'm just going to do it by hand. Just because I think done. Okay, and now we're going to do that other one. Let me get this, we'll get the other one going. Okay, so I've got both pillows done. Here are the front sides and back. They are nice and squishy and soft to go with the cozy corner project that I'm working on for the whole couch situation over there. So they look really cute, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So that's been a gusseted pillow, and this has been Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. Thanks for joining us. Bye.